What's up, guys? It is October 8th, currently 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Markets are still live. We're going to go over the trades I made today. I traded one stock, let's see, multiple times. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 trades, I think. So, we did not discuss this stock in the chat today. It was just something I seen pop up on the scanners. Looked at the chart, looked at the daily chart, watched the time and sells. It had a spread. I was watching the level 2, decided to hop in. Got in late. When I first clicked over to look at this stock, I'll drag the video over. Well, unpin that for a second. This is the moment that I pulled up the stock. Just pulled it up. And it's sitting here at 14.01. I want to play it out just a little bit for you here. The trade took, it was over a span of like 40 minutes, so I'm not going to play out the whole trade. But you can see the daily chart here. I'm drawing this line. This was a relatively recent IPO. It came out back in March. And 14.26 here, where I drew this line, was the original all-time high on the stock. So my thinking was, if it breaks over this, it's got the world to run. I figured we'd hit at least 15 or 14.75, somewhere in there, pretty quickly, because you can see, like, here in just a second, it jumps up quick. I don't get in until 14.38, and that's just like bam, bam. You see the time and or the level 2 down here. Kind of climbs pretty quick, and as you can see, there's a 14-cent spread so far right now, but here it is, just taking off. Yesterday was kind of the same way, where none of the low penny stocks that everybody was watching was moving, and one kind of mid to higher price stock was running up quick. So I was like, maybe that's the trend right now, maybe that's what's working right now. So I hopped in. I made a couple trades. Ultimately, I lost originally $240 when I quit. I'll fast forward here through. It kind of gets itself into a channel. It looked like it was making like a bull flag here, and I was kind of waiting for that to play out, and it was playing out decent. But it does break out of the bull flag. It's right here, and then gets itself into a channel, and it runs this channel for a while. And as you can see, by this point I've made several trades on it, because I've already traded 2,000 shares in 500 share increments. I was hoping to get filled kind of low and then just sell at resistance just to make a little bit of money, but too fast. So I did market order in 500 shares, and I left my 1,000 share order down here low just in case it did come down. And it did come down twice here and touch it, but the amount of shares that was traded here wasn't equal to this, so it didn't fill it. That's one thing about the paper trading simulator with TD Ameritrade, is it does not fill partial orders. So like in real life, if I had an order here for 1,000 shares and it came down, if, let's say, somebody market ordered out or something like 700 shares, I would get filled 700 shares. It would just bounce here. But since it wasn't a full 1,000 shares at this price or below, it didn't get filled. But it's kind of a good thing, because flush down here, still, does it get filled? Yep, it got filled. So, and it's just rolling out of this channel. So I decided to hop out. It freaking comes all the way back up for just a second, but I'll show you how it plays out. It does continue further down. Oh, now I'm looking at other plays. Nothing's happening. Oh yeah, I was waiting on AWX to see if it was going to break 230. We'll go over some. Okay, here it is. So it did come down lower and even broke below the original support line I had here at 14.25. So I'm down $240. Nothing else is happening. I was watching ASUR. It kept breaking these supports. Never could break over the high of day, so that play never worked out. I mean, there was some potential here if you were smart and got in like 825 or something, and then sold up here in like the 850s, 860 range. You could have made money there, but most of us are looking for that big breakout, and it just hasn't happened. I mean, it's been a while. Everybody's waiting on that like 100% runner, 200% runner. I mean, there's one coming. It's got to be. I mean, October's the hottest start of the hottest, season of trading. October, November, December, January, February, March. It's like that 6 months is usually the hottest time of year. Okay, so I'm going to close that out. So this is the channel it was in. This is where I lost the money, and it broke down, and it got all the way down to 1390. So by this time, I've already logged off. 10:27 or 28, somewhere around there. I logged off, went and did other stuff. Got play with my son, take him out for a walk, stuff like that. Then here at 10:40 something, surges back up. It may have got halted. I don't know. Come back down, gaps down. So I don't know if it got halted on the downside or not, or it could have just been so low volume that an order got filled that low and nothing in between. So anyways, it gets itself kind of in another channel here, and finally breaks over the highs of the day here. And I did take another trade. I just pulled it up on my phone, 108, and seen that it was just coming back, broke the highs. So I just went ahead and market ordered in 1,000 shares at 1487 right here, and waited forever. And I sold half at 1506. Boom, 500 shares, and then it came down. Honestly, I just got tired of waiting on this to play out because I still had other stuff to do. I was actually on the treadmill this entire time, so I was running and watching it on my phone. Finally, as it was coming down here, let's see, 1344. Yep, 1344. I jumped out right here because I didn't know if it was gonna just flush on down. 15 was very strong resistance. I mean, it sat people on the ask on 15 forever. It finally broke through here. I honestly thought it would run harder after it broke 15 because of how long it sat on 15. And as you can see now, it's getting a little bit more of a run up. Let's pull it up over here. See if I'm interested in taking another stab at it. Oh, so I did finish. So I'm finishing the day down $85 rather than the $240 that I was down. 15 should be pretty good support now because it was so hard to break over. And as you can see on the daily, I mean, this thing's had 3 solid green days in a row, and that's one of the reasons I jumped in too. It just looks good on the daily chart to me. But now it's kind of, I guess, overextended. I don't know what the RSI is at the moment. So the new high is 1519's come down to 1507. If it gets down here to 15, I might hop in another 1,000 shares. Just because it's lunch hours is about over. Let's see. what that red line is. I don't know if it's supposed to be one of these lines that's just crooked or if it's supposed to be the 200 moving average. Oh well. Watch this play out for just a little longer and see if I'm interested in getting back in. Let's change it to a 5-minute time frame here. $15.04 is the bid. Yeah, I could get it in $15.04. 15. See, 15 should be pretty good support. Let's go ahead and hit the bid on that. Let's see if I get filled. Uh-oh. Baby monitor's dying. Three shares. I don't understand that. 2 shares. 3 shares. There's just no volume coming through at all. And you can see, oh, 20 shares. Baller there. But anyways, so that's my trade for the, oh, I was going to go over, let's see, ASUR real quick, because this one was everybody's main one on watch today. Because it was gapping up, so it had a nice gap up from 670 something, gapped all the way up to 924, then came all the way back down to $8, and then open, let's see, 856. So when it opened, flushed down, pop back up, flush back down, come back up, and then it formed this little resistance here. It just couldn't get over. I mean, it did break high day technically, a couple times, but it just couldn't break the main support lines in. I mean, if you don't look at this one long candle here, it couldn't break over pre-market, right here. Oh, I hate the way this looks on TD Ameritrade. And it just, I don't know. I didn't like it. Everybody was watching it. Everybody was talking about it. I didn't like the way it looked. I just stayed away from it. I watched it for, a couple minutes here and there. But I was watching it on my charts that I have on my other screen. Just, it wasn't impressing me at all. And we had AWX on watch, but it literally did nothing. It has traded 7,500 shares today, so that's nothing. TBLT, I think I just popped this on the watch list because it hit the scanners, but I mean it's below 40 cents, so I'm not gonna watch that. So anyways, that was my day today. So far, as of right now, I'm down $85. I might take another stab at DSSI. If it decides to come back up. I mean, now we got a 16-cent spread on the level 2. See, people try to keep, getting in at these 510 levels. but no one's getting in on the ask to raise the price. No one's selling on the bid. So it's just, it takes forever for these to play out. I mean, this right here is like 30 minutes of doing nothing, and then it pops up, and then probably 30 minutes of doing nothing, and then it'll pop up. I hate plays like this, but they do make money if you're patient. Anyways, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Thanks for watching.